This here is the Jeep Avenger, and it won the prize for Car of the Year in 2023, and in this video I want to find out why. Welcome to Totally Electric, where I talk about electric vehicles, I test drive them, we analyze them, and if you like this kind of content, now would be a good time to subscribe. So the Jeep Avenger has 54 kilowatt hours of battery, which is around 5 more than the previous platform from Stellantis. So the Stellantis group makes the Opel, the Citroen, the Peugeot, the Jeep, and many other cars, and basically what they do is they take the same battery, the same motor, and they put it into different cars. So they're really very much the same under the hood. They have upgraded the platform somewhat. That is why we now get 54 kilowatt hours of battery instead of 50 as it was before. And we get 400 kilometers of WLTP range. That's a little bit better, sort of 20% more than, for example, the Opel Mokka from the previous generation, which was around 340 kilometers of WLTP. Yet this is front wheel drive and only 156 horsepower. It's not really an off-roader as such, it's more like a small city car, but we like that, don't we? We like to be able to park, we like nimble little cars. It's 4 meters and 8 centimeters long. That's not a lot, but that is good. And if you look at it, it's gorgeous, isn't it? It looks great, especially in this golden yellow color. I like it a lot. All right, so 5 doors, let's open it up here. And this one is the top of the line electronic lift gate here in the back. Great, we got 380 liters of space in the back, which is also more than you usually get from a car this size. We even have a double floor so you can hide your charging cables and other stuff down there. So here's a simple thing that the Jeep gets right. When I'm close by with the keys in my hand, the car opens and it's available to me. And when I leave or just move away from the car actually closes. I know this sounds super simple, but so many cars get this wrong. Or if I've been in and turned it on, it leaves the car open. The Jeep just gets it right. It's such a simple thing, but as an owner, I really appreciate it because if it does this right, I won't leave my car unlocked on the street. Charging is done here in the back, where it's supposed to be because it's the best place for it. 100 kilowatt, which isn't the fastest, but with a 50 kilowatt hour battery, it's not the slowest either. It's spacious, I've got plenty of headroom, very comfortable. I've got this armrest here, I've got armrest on my left. Yeah, space is good. Seats are comfortable, well adjusted. They are manually adjusted, not electronic. However, materials in here are on the cheap side. These plastics, it all feels a bit cheap. I can even see the actual color of the car on the outside here. Not this is just the plastic that copies or uses the same color as the exterior of the car, which I don't mind, but still, it does feel a little bit cheap in here. Other than that, I have 2 screens, one in front of me and one in the main display here. So if it's got a big boot and got space in the front for a guy like me, I guess somewhere it's gonna have to give, right? We can't have a short car with lots of space everywhere and we're missing a bit of space here in the back. My legs I can't put my legs together. I can't sit behind myself comfortably in this car. I'm 1 meters 96 foot 4. So I need space in the back of the car for myself if I wanted to sit behind myself. However, I won't really fit here because of my knees. Headroom's good though, very good. So if I'm allowed to sit like this, legs open, I guess 2 people could be here relatively comfortable. Not a big problem really. Yeah, all in all, for a small car, it's not bad. Let's see how it drives. Maybe that's where it really excels. Driving the Jeep Avenger. So I'm sitting quite upright, which is nice. I've got a nice view of the road ahead of me. I've got big side views mirrors. I've got a big mirror in the middle. I've got very good visibility. That's nice. The seating position is good. I've got my armrest both sides. It moves a lot and it's not especially precise in the steering. I've got no feel for front wheels whatsoever. It's not the biggest thing for me either, the exact driving experience. I'm much more interested in how does it work on the inside here. So the system itself here is somewhat basic and slow, as you can see. Let me change from one screen to another. Come on, Stellantis. What kind of processor have you got in this thing? My calculator's faster than that. Come on. But honestly, even though we have this here rudimentary nav system, which looks like something out of a 1980s war movie, I don't mind, because it's got Apple CarPlay. So if I hit this button up here, if I can actually hit it, come on, there you go. I have Apple CarPlay where I have Waze, I've got my Spotify, I've got my audiobooks, I've got everything, and I don't need to plug in my phone. It's wireless, which is great, which is exactly what you want. So now I can just use that, and I don't really care that the inbuilt system isn't great. I've got another screen in front of me which shows my speed, my battery, my charging rate, or my retention, or how much the car is braking for me and how much power I'm using. And in the middle, if I use this rudimentary GPS system, it'll also show me the map. It is okay, it is fine, it gives me the information I want. I like it. As you can see, headspace is great. Got plenty of space for such a small car. For me, I'm a big guy, so I do appreciate that. Oh, did you hear that? This car has a rhythm. Oh yeah. So when you use the indicators, it doesn't go click, click, click. It goes ch, 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 ch. Check this out. Yeah, it's a beatbox in here. I like it. Very nice Jeep. Puts a smile on your face every time you want to change lanes or make a turn. Love it. I've got aircon and climate options down here. On the right hand side of the steering wheel, I've got my volume controls, and I can control my music and my phone. And on the left hand side, I've got the ADAS controls, because this car actually is equipped with a pretty much what is an autopilot. It can stay within the lane, and it can maintain the right speed and distance to the car in front of me. So if I turn it on, which by the way is a little bit of a challenge, I've got 6 buttons and sort of have to do a sequence where I like turn it on and activate it and put it out of pause or something. I've been with this car for a week, I still haven't exactly figured out how it works, but it does once you put it on. I'm behind this lorry here, so let me just try to hit this button maybe. Yes, it did put on the adaptive cruise control. I need to hit it twice more for it to put it at the right speed. And now in order to activate the lane keep assist, I think I hit that button. Now it says driver assistance, it's on green, and the car is driving by itself. Aha! Pretty cool. Works very well actually. Stays well within the lanes. After a while it'll beep at me for not grabbing the steering wheel, I guess. Oh, it's beeping at me to... Okay, I better do what it says. If I want to change lane, I have to do that manually. The car won't do that for me. But once I'm in the new lane, it'll pick up on that again. And now it's driving again. Yeah, actually, this system works quite well. Happy with that. Okay, so I'm driving on the highway now, and I want to overtake. So I'm just signaling left, and I'm flooring it. I can do 100, 110, 120. Yeah, it'll get there. But 0 to 100 in 9 seconds is more... I need a calendar to measure that, not a stopwatch. I would have liked an electric car to perform like an electric car. I would have liked it to be instantaneous in the acceleration. I would like to put my foot down, see the reaction. There you go. That's how you're supposed to have an electric car. And some might say that, well, you don't need the power, because if you've got too much power, you're just going to drain the battery faster. But that's not necessarily true. There are electric cars with 500 horsepower, more efficient than others with 100 horsepower. It's just not the same in an electric car. So is this really the best car launched just before 2023? Is this really worthy of the title of Car of the Year 2023? See, there's lots of things I like about this car. I like the size, I like the looks of it, I like its being tall and practical, and I like that it's nimble for city driving. But the battery's small. We're only talking about 400 kilometers of WLTP range, which if you're driving on the highway, that'll be 240 kilometers, 250 if you're lucky. We've got a motor in the front, 156 horsepower. Not fantastic. Where I do think that this car is going to have a big challenge in front of it is with the price. This car starts at 36,000 euros for the electric version and goes all the way up to 40,000 euros, which is the version that you see right here. That is a lot of money to pay for a small city car, especially taking into account that there's a heavy competition coming right now. You got the MG4, you got the BYD Dolphin. Yeah, it will be a challenge to sell this car. However, there is a version of this car that I think is worthy of being called Car of the Year because of the price point. Unfortunately, that's the gasoline version, which is 22,000 euros. Very reasonable. So guys, as much as it pains me, the version of this car that really merits the Car of the Year award is actually the gasoline version, because 22,000 euros, that's a reasonable price for something like this. 36, that's a tough sell. There's lots of competition coming in at that price point, and maybe the Jeep isn't quite up for it. Maybe it is. Maybe you like it. I mean, yeah, it looks really, really nice, and it is comfortable and big on the inside. Leave a comment down below. What do you think about this car? Would you buy it? Is it worthy of being Car of the Year for 2023? We got the Car of the Year 2024 coming up very shortly, and most of the nominees are electric. Leave a comment down below, and I hope to see you back again soon here on Totally Electric. Ciao.